Today we're talking about why Formic Pro isn't just an option. It's arguably the best weapon the beekeeping world has against the Tropilaelaps threat. I'm Dr. Heather Broccard-Bell, the honeybee health researcher at Nod Apiary Products. In 2025, I was involved in setting the protocol for a field trial that we ran applying Formic Pro against Tropilaelaps in Thailand. I also participated in and was on site to monitor the field research taking place there. If you've been keeping bees for a while, you know Varroa has been the biggest problem we have faced and still is in most places. Formic Pro is already available in many countries for beekeepers to use against Varroa mites. But there's a new player on the global stage that makes Varroa look like a slow-moving tortoise. I'm talking about Tropilaelaps mercedesae. We used to think that cold weather and geography would protect us from this invasive species, but we know this just isn't true. These mites are faster, they breed quicker, and they spend almost their entire lives tucked away under brood cappings where they can't be touched by other products. Nod has been involved with Tropilaelaps research going back to 2010 when a US nationwide survey confirmed that the pest was not present in that country. However, it is known to be expanding out of its historic range in Southeast Asia and has recently been confirmed in the country of Georgia. It's even suspected to have reached as far west as Belarus. Since 2017, various studies have been conducted using Nod's technology to treat Tropilaelaps. In 2025, 2 more field studies were conducted, one in the country of Georgia and one in Thailand, both with Formic Pro. The initial results of these studies have been reported at several recent meetings, and the full reports are expected to be published soon. Tropilaelaps has at least one massive advantage over the Varroa mite, a very short dispersal, or what we used to refer to as the phoretic phase. While a Varroa foundress might hang out on adult bees for a week, Tropilaelaps is back in a brood cell within 24 hours. This means that contact strips or oxalic acid vapor, which generally only kill mites that are out on adult bees, are minimally effective in getting Tropilaelaps under control. You might kill a small portion of the mites on adult bees, but the vast majority are safe and sound under the brood cell cappings, munching on your developing pupa. We need a treatment that can actually go through walls, or in this case, penetrate brood cell cappings. Enter Formic Pro. The key to its effectiveness is the tiny molecule of formic acid, which is its active ingredient, and the strip's diffusion structure. Because the strips are made of a compostable, slow-release matrix, they release formic acid vapor over an extended period. The vapor travels through the brood rearing zone and actually diffuses through the porous wax of the brood cell cappings. It hits the Tropilaelaps mites right where they're most vulnerable, reproducing and feeding on honeybee pupa in the brood cell. This capping penetration is the single biggest reason why Formic Pro can effectively control a mite that spends most of its life undercover. Some of you might be thinking, isn't formic acid harsh? And that's true if you don't follow the label. But Formic Pro was engineered to be the gentlest possible version of this heavy hitter. Formic Pro strips are formulated to a 42.2% concentration, which optimizes its efficacy while minimizing the risk to bees. Plus, it leaves no residues in your wax or other hive components. Recently, we've heard a lot about resistance, and the question comes up whether or not we anticipate that mites will be able to develop resistance to formic acid. Unlike with synthetic miticides, there is zero documented evidence of Varroa or tracheal mites having developed resistance to formic acid, despite its consistent use since about the 1970s. Research to date shows that Formic Pro is an effective treatment against Tropilaelaps. Tropilaelaps is a scary prospect. It's fast, it's resilient, and it's hungry. But we aren't defenseless. By using a treatment that strikes at mites within the brood directly, we take away its greatest hiding spot. Formic Pro is effective, it's sustainable, and it's proven to reach places that other treatments just can't touch. Thank you for watching this episode of Behind the Hive. Stay tuned for further developments as we continue our research journey to develop tools to best serve you, the beekeepers, and to help you have happy, healthy colonies.